Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today we're headed to Boulder City.
Yeah, Boulder City, Nevada.
Right on the edge of the Mojave Desert.
Home of the Hoover Dam, of course.
Exactly. And we're diving into one of their biggest annual events. It's called the Spring Jamboree.
A real classic.
Yeah. And we've got a whole bunch of materials here. Descriptions, schedules, all sorts of stuff.
All about this long-running event.
Exactly. And we're going to try to dig out all the interesting stuff, all the cool little details.
Give you the real inside scoop.
Yeah, so that, whether you're a local or just thinking about visiting Boulder City, you really understand
what this Jamboree is all about.
Exactly.
Its history, how it's evolved, all that good stuff.
Okay, so the Spring Jamboree first kicked off way back in 1977.
That's almost 50 years ago.
Yeah, so it's been going on for a while. It started as like a pretty simple idea, right? Just bringing residents and visitors together.
Yeah, for a weekend of fun.
Yeah, kind of a showcase of what Boulder City is all about.
A celebration of the community.
Yeah, and I think it's really interesting that something that started so simple, has lasted this long.
Right, it must be doing something, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about how it's changed over the years, because it sounds like those early days were a lot smaller.
Yeah, more of a local vendor-focused event.
Like a big sidewalk sale.
Right, something like that.
And now it's become like a full-blown festival with tons of different attractions.
It's really expanded.
Yeah, so now you've got, arts and crafts vendors, food stalls, live entertainment.
Classic car show.
Oh, yeah, there's a big classic hot rod car show.
People come from all over for that one.
Yeah, I bet. And then there are carnival rides and games for kids, so it's really a family affair.
It's absolutely something for everyone.
And they've even added a rock, gem, and mineral show, which seems like a kind of a unique twist.
It is pretty unique, as a different flavor.
And this year, they're even planning a mini carnival that stays open late on Saturday.
Wow, keeping the party going.
So they're constantly evolving, trying new things.
Which is probably why it stayed so popular.
Yeah, exactly. So we've talked about the attractions, but it sounds like this event is more than just, a fun weekend.
Oh, absolutely.
It's really important to Boulder City itself.
It's a true community celebration.
Yeah, they always talk about the community spirit of the Jamboree, but what does that actually mean?
Well, I think it's about bringing people together, creating a shared experience.
Yeah, like a sense of belonging.
Exactly. And it gives local businesses a chance to shine. And the town gets to show off a bit to visitors.
Right. And I was reading that tons of residents actually volunteer to help run the event.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like hundreds of volunteers.
That really speaks to that community spirit.
Yeah, it shows they really care about this event.
They're invested in it.
And it's not just a local thing. Thousands of visitors come to Boulder City for the Jamboree every year.
Wow. That's a big boost for the local economy.
Yeah, so it's good for the community in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get down to the details for anyone who's thinking about going.
Right, the practical stuff.
It's the 48th annual Spring Jamboree this year.
48 years. That's impressive.
And it's happening on May 3rd and 4th, 2025. So that's a Saturday and Sunday.
A whole weekend of fun.
Exactly. Saturday is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday is 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Plenty of time to see everything.
Yeah. And one of the best parts is it's totally free to attend.
You can't beat that.
No, you really can. So where exactly is all this happening?
Well, it's spread out across a few different parks.
Okay.
The main ones are Bicentennial Park.
I've heard that one's really nice.
Yeah. It's beautiful near City Hall.
Okay.
And then there's Wilbur Square and North and South Escalante Parks.
So it's kind of like a whole downtown takeover.
Pretty much.
Okay, so here's something I found interesting. Remember how we talked about how it started as like a small sidewalk sale?
Yeah.
Well, now it's actually become the Boulder City Chamber of Commerce's main fundraising event.
That's quite a transformation.
Yeah, so it's come a long way from its humble beginnings.
It really has.
All right, so let's talk about some of the specific attractions that people can look forward to. You mentioned the classic hot rod car show.
Yeah.
What makes a car a classic hot rod?
Well, typically they're vintage cars, often from like the 20s to the 50s.
Okay.
And they've been heavily modified for speed and style.
So they're kind of like works of art.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then there's all the arts and crafts or the vendors, mostly local.
Usually, yeah, it's a great chance to support local artists.
And what kind of stuff do they sell?
Oh, all sorts of handmade goods, jewelry, pottery paintings, textiles.
Lots of unique stuff.
Definitely.
And of course, no festival is complete without food.
Right. They've got all kinds of delicious snacks and drinks.
Representing flavors from around the globe.
Exactly.
And they've got live entertainment both days.
Yeah. They usually have local bands playing different genres.
So like a real festival atmosphere.
Exactly.
Okay. And then there's that rock, gem, and mineral show. What's that like?
It's really cool. You get to see all these amazing crystals and gemstones and fossils. Yeah, it's like a glimpse into the Earth's history.
Sounds fascinating. And for families with kids, they've got all those dedicated activities.
Yeah, the Little Miss and Mr. Pageant and song and dance performances.
It's nice that they really cater to families.
Yeah, it makes it a true community event.
Oh, I saw something about an outdoor expo and something called Bark in the Park.
Oh, yeah, the expo is usually local businesses and organizations showcasing their stuff.
Okay, and Bark in the Park sounds like it's for dog lovers.
Yeah, usually activities for dogs and their owners, like agility courses or maybe even pet adoptions.
So they really do have something for everyone.
It seems like it.
Now, they mentioned something called the Best Damn Podcast.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a local podcast all about Boulder City, business, adventure, tourism, all that stuff.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that Howard Fox from Podcast Centric will be there recording episodes live from the Chamber's mobile podcast studio.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he'll be interviewing all sorts of people involved in the Jamboree, like the volunteers, the community leaders.
Even the food vendors and the artists.
Yeah, so you can get a real behind-the-scenes look at how it all comes together.
That's a great idea.
So when you look at everything, this spring Jamboree really embodies the spirit of Boulder City.
It does.
It's got that small town charm, that strong sense of community.
And it's clearly an event that's grown and evolved over time.
Yeah, exactly. So to wrap up, Spring Jamboree is a long-running tradition in Boulder City, dating back to 1977.
It's transformed from a humble sidewalk sale to a major community festival.
With something for everyone.
And it's not just about fun. It's a big economic driver for the city and a testament to the power of community involvement.
Exactly. So mark your calendars, everyone.
Yeah.
The 48th Annual Spring Jamboree is happening on May 3rd and 4th, 2025.
9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday.
It's free to attend, and it's guaranteed to be a great time.
It really makes you think about how a simple idea like a community get-together can blossom into something so much bigger.
Yeah. It shows how important traditions and community spirit are to a place like Boulder City.
Absolutely. And it makes you wonder what other hidden gems are out there just waiting to be discovered in small towns across America.
That's a great thought to leave us with. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the Boulder City Spring Jamboree.
See you next time.
Until then, keep exploring.